Welcome back to Felix the Cat. Today we're reading chapter 12. Let's get into it. It's going to be a good one. Let's get comfortable. All right, chapter 12. The Grizzly Guzzles. What to do? The two leaping leopards made one dive after another as Felix and Danny hung on to the fish line desperately. Gosh, wept Danny. The big nose guy almost had me that time. Hang on, Felix yelled. Something's bound to happen. I hope it happens quick, Danny yelled back. Something did happen, quick. All at once, Felix and Danny felt themselves being lifted up. Saved! Shouted Danny in great glee. Someone's pulling us up. Didn't I tell you something was bound to happen? Questioned Felix, frolicking about on the fish line. It always does with me around. I'm the best luck piece in the world, I am. The leaping leopards bounded higher and higher, but had to give up. Their dinner was too far up to reach. But when Danny and the cat reached the top of the cliff, they discovered in dismay who had been pulling up the fish line. It was the grizzly gink again. Oh my gosh! Oh, shivered Danny. I'll say something was bound to happen. Some good luck piece you turned out to be, Felix. Wow! Cried Felix. Out of the leopards and into the grizzly. Oh, I'll have to think, and think fast, murmured the grizzly, looking them over. He opened his mouth wide. Those aren't teeth, Danny trembled violently. Those are tusks. Tusk, Felix tried to calm him. And then he had a bright idea. Danny's lunch, he cried excitedly. That might save us. Nearer and nearer came the big yap. Nearer and nearer came the glaring eyes. Felix reached for the lunch and threw it at the bear. The grizzly's attention was diverted for a moment. He picked up the package and then opened it. Grrr? He asked himself, and then took a bite. Ugh. He licked his chops and got busy with a big sandwich in either paw. That lunch was a lifesaver! Felix gave the kid a shove. Quick! Scram while his teeth are busy! I'm scramming, Danny panted, beating it with all his might. But they had not run far when they heard a great commotion behind them. It was the grizzly gink again. He growled, as though he meant every sound of it. That means halt!
Stop!
Shivered the cat. They halted. Now what? Trembled Danny. I don't even dare to look. Just stand still, said Felix. I have an idea. And Felix began to run. I'll hurry home and get that gink more eats, he said, running fast as he could. He might let Danny go then. The cat came back just in time. Rumbled the bear after he'd eaten everything Felix had brought. Back and forth ran Felix, bringing food. "This is the 4th trip I've made," panted Felix. "But I gotta humor him." The grizzly guzzled the fish in one bite and the sausages in another. "He ought to have his tummy full now," Felix told Danny. "Don't you cry, kid. Our troubles are over." "Oh, yeah?" whimpered Danny. "Well, it isn't any fun standing here with a hungry grizzly while you get stuff for him." "Aw, he's full now," Felix spoke positively. "Why, look at all he ate." The words were hardly out of the cat's mouth when the same old roar sounded again. Grumbled the grizzly. "What? More?" cried Felix. The grizzly looked Felix in the eye, and Felix looked the grizzly in the eye. Danny didn't look at anyone. He poked his fingers in his eyes and cried. "Gosh, kid!" Felix tried to buck him up. "Don't be a baby. I'll be back in a jiffy." And Felix ran again. This made the 5th trip, and the cat was getting a bit peeved. "This is getting irksome," he said to himself. "But I gotta save Danny." He never stopped till he reached the icebox. "The big old guzzling grizzly!" Felix stamped in anger and disgust. "I'm getting tired of coming back for more." And then a bright idea popped into his head. If he could only do it. No sooner thought than done. Since the grizzly was going to eat all there was to eat anyhow, Felix decided the best thing was to bring along the whole icebox and have it over with once and for all. "Hey!" shouted Robbie Rabbit. "Any carrots in that thing?" "Aw, go pick your own carrots, long ears," Felix said rudely. But after all, there are limits to a cat's good humor. Felix had reached the limit. When Felix returned, he found he was just in the nick of time. The grizzly was licking his chops and looking at Danny with a very mean stare in his eyes. "Here, Gink!" Felix struggled up and set down the icebox. "Now go ahead and guzzle." The grizzly gave a call, and along came a little grizzly. And the two of them had a lot of fun with the stuff in the icebox. "That'll hold him for a while," the cat shouted happily. "Come on, Danny. Let's hit for home together." "Gosh, Felix," the kid cried. "You saved me from a guzzly fate. I guess you are a good luck piece after all." That's the end of Chapter 12. I hope you'll join me next time for Chapter 13. Felix finds a few fish. Oh. I wonder what this one's about. They look kind of stressed out there. Well, I hope you'll join me next time for Chapter 13. See ya, bye.